This is for people who love to find excuses not to live a righteous life. They have no sense. It's as if they are not thinking. Persons may think, I wonder if persons are thinking that their salvation is not based off somebody else's behavior, but based off their own behavior. For example, this is for persons who would like to say they are not going to go to church because of the behavior of some of the church people. When they go to church, that is why they don't go to church. I hear people say these things, say that over the years. That is why I don't go to church. That is why I don't like Christian. That is why I stay at home. I rather to stay home and worship God. I don't know how you're going to stay home and worship God, because if you're going to stay home and do that, you won't know the scriptures that says, don't forsake the gathering together of yourselves and the edification of the church, you being with the members, testimony of other persons that would give you, encouragement to serve God, and encouragement if you're going through times of difficulties, and if you do, and to teach you how to pray, to teach, and you will make friends too. You will make friends and acquaintances, and you will get opportunities. A lot of persons, because of church, they know persons, they get jobs, they get employment. Yes, they meet partners, marriage partners, because many of my church sisters, we meet men when we go to do witnessing. We meet men for marriage and all these things. If we had stayed home, never go to church, and if we didn't go out and be canvassing, we would meet these guys that we could get husbands, men who are out there waiting, with mindset of serving the Lord. So if you stay home, all those opportunities would miss you. Then again, some persons say they're not going to church because persons behave bad. They won't give them seat in the church. They look down on them if they dress skimpy come to church. And they talk about them. Yet they in their places of employment, the same and worse happens, and they go to work because they need their salary for their livelihood. They need it, so they go there. They avoid, or they try to sort out the discomfort at the place of employment, and they stay their asses there. But when it comes down to church, hear them with their big line excuse finding self. I'm not going to go to church because church people are no good, and that is why I don't go to church. Yet still you go to the bar, you go to the supermarket, you go on the street, go to your work of a place of employment, as I say, and you meet the same problems, and you stay there. If I was to follow persons in the church, I wouldn't stay. If you go to one church and it is not working out because of person's behavior, find the next church. And I'm talking about the church that keeps God's commandment, not in the church that is Babylon. The churches that don't honor the 10 commandments are of Babylon. They are not of God. They are self-erected things against the government of God. They are self-imposters, imposing. They are self-will. They are idolatrous, building up their